Everyone wants to be the lone wolf, silent, focused, untouchable, the Sigma male. You've seen the reels, you've heard the lines. Grind in silence, cut everyone off, be the man no one can touch. But what if I told you that behind the stoic image is a quiet war no one talks about? This is the dark side of Sigma male motivation, and it might be breaking you from the inside out. Sigma culture sells the dream of complete independence. No emotions, no relationships, no weakness, just you and the mission. But here's the truth. Radical self-sufficiency is a myth. No human being is built to thrive in total isolation. Think about it. Even the strongest men in history had support systems, mentors, brothers, tribe. We're social creatures. Cutting yourself off isn't power, it's survival mode. And survival mode is meant to be temporary. When loneliness becomes your lifestyle, you start mistaking emotional numbness for strength. But deep down, your spirit begins to starve. Grind now, rest later. Work while they sleep. We've all heard it. The Sigma mindset worships the grind. And while discipline is powerful, what happens when your entire identity becomes performance? You wake up anxious. You measure your worth in output. You stop asking, "How do I feel?" and only ask, "What have I achieved today?" Rest feels like guilt. Joy feels like distraction. And slowly the grind consumes you. Not because you're weak, but because no one taught you how to stop. Sigma content says, never show emotion. But what does that teach you? That sadness is failure? That pain makes you less of a man? The truth? Emotion isn't your enemy, it's your compass. Suppress long enough, and the pressure builds until it breaks. Anger outbursts, silent breakdowns. Men aren't failing because they're soft. They're breaking because they were told not to feel. Sigma mindset thrives on control. Control your path, your energy, your circle. But life doesn't always play by your rules. Jobs are lost, people leave, plans fail. And when your mindset is built on rigid control, every curveball feels like a crisis. Real strength is found in adaptability. It's knowing how to pivot, how to bend without breaking. But most Sigma content doesn't teach that nuance. It glorifies rigidity and punishes flexibility. You don't need anyone. Trust no one. Cut off everybody. It's appealing, right? No drama, no betrayal, just peace. But peace without people is just silence. And silence, over time, starts to sound like emptiness. We're meant to build, to connect, to share. Being independent doesn't mean being isolated. Strength isn't pushing everyone away. It's knowing who to let in. Let's talk about where this Sigma content comes from. Short-form videos, faceless narrators, hustle montages, all designed to trigger clicks and dopamine. But the internet doesn't care about your well-being. It cares about engagement. So you see endless loops of cut off everyone, never feel, outwork them all. And slowly you adopt an identity built by algorithms. Not experience, not truth, not wisdom, just trends. Ask yourself, are you becoming the man you want to be or the one the algorithm told you to become? It's time to ask the harder question. What if strength isn't about being untouchable? What if it's about being whole? Being driven and emotionally intelligent, being disciplined and connected, being quiet but not invisible. True Sigma energy isn't about isolation. It's about inner clarity without ego, silence without bitterness, independence without arrogance. You don't need to be alpha. You don't need to be sigma. You just need to be real. If you've ever felt like this grind is making you cold, numb, or lost, you're not alone. And you don't need to be a stereotype to be strong. You just need to keep showing up as your whole self. Hit like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe if you're ready to break free from algorithm masculinity and build something real.